Hey everyone, it's Trader Rob. The morning strategies today are just popping. Let me get to that right after the intro. Okay, as always, nothing that I state on this channel is financial advice. Trading futures or any type of trading is risky business. Any capital that you put out there is at risk for loss. Okay, boom, baby. So far, we are 2 for 2 on the on our morning strategies. Let's start with, well, let's see. Let's just start with oil. Okay, so we get an inside bar at 8:35 in the morning. Let me just delete this. So we've got a long entry at the top of our candle plus 1 tick, and then we have a short entry at the bottom of our candle plus 1 tick. Obviously, we get activated into the long here, and this trade was. I mean, I actually made a comment that this thing was just violent. This thing went to all right. So our stop loss. Well, it was 24 ticks. That I know for sure. 24 ticks of profit. This thing hit full take profit in a matter of like 20 seconds. So this was a beautiful trade. Traded this on the CL1 contract, $240. And let's take a look at gold. Gold was also a really, really nice winner. We get activated to the long here. Same concept. We've got a long entry order at the top of the candle and a short entry order at the bottom of the candle. Stop loss is based off the bottom of our source candle here, and 32 ticks of profit in gold this morning. So that's what I was talking about in the other video. I mean, if you can start off the day with a win, and actually gold was first, and that's a good win. I mean, already you've got that positive feeling going into the day, and I think that just carries over. So super excited with the strategies. I am going to be taking a look at oil in session 2. Don't want to be greedy, but at the same time, I like trading my setups every time I see them. So today should be no exception to that. There was here an overnight open trade that I was looking at. This thing just kind of pulled through it a little bit too much. So I didn't get that rejection candle that I was really looking for. I got the rejection candle that even closed above the overnight open. So did not bother with this trade. Obviously, probably could have given us about $300 in profit there as of right now. Man, I was on my deathbed yesterday. I don't know what the hell happened to me. I had like 102 temperature, and then um, I don't know. I woke up this morning and my entire bed was just full of sweat and feel much better. I mean, my still sound. I probably don't sound the best for a YouTube video, but at least I'm feeling a little bit better. Um, all right, so let's see anything on the Rob reversal here. We get a short signal at 6:45 in the morning, closed above the ADMA, and it is not in our time condition, so we are not even looking at that trade. We had a big push up here off of news. We had some high impact news this morning at 7:30, and then I don't know. Market's been kind of ugly ever since. So stick around. Let me see what I can do here with the bot. Try to get this thing down like $700. So I got to get this thing. I got to get some good trades here. I'm literally running out of days. So hopefully we can do something here today. That's the goal. Well, that's the goal every day, but specifically the goal today is to try to fish something out of. And I don't give a shit if it's the overnight open or what I take, but we are going to we're going to get this sucker going today. All right, stick around for my trade recaps, and let's see what the bot here can take. Take care.
Order submitted.
All right, here the bot gets into a 5-minute red line. It's taking a short here. It's one of those trades where I could definitely. That's why I moved my take profit here right above the pivot, just because based on price action that I had been looking to the left on, I just felt like this would be an area that we could very easily come down to, especially here with a nice push off of the 5-minute red line. So that was what my initial thought was here on this trade. Again, is it like an A+ setup? No. For the gold line or for the Robert Anderson strategy, it's probably not an A+ setup. But price action here, I almost felt like it was going to go down and take my take profit. I really did. This is one of those trades where even right now, I think we're in a little bit down. I was very, very positive on this trade. I don't know. Some people might think I'm an eternal optimistic person, which I guess is a good trait. But here we're starting to see the sellers kind of come in here and push price action a little bit off of my entry line. I'm looking for some space because I know that auto stop is going to be probably kicking in. Well, it didn't kick in on that candle, so it might, I knew that I more than likely, I'm not going to have, oh, there it goes. So there's my pretty much break even. I think it was maybe a tick or two that was, actually, I think it's just one tick that's above my stop. And right here, I get to like $270 in profit, and I'm just thinking to myself, this is going to hit my take profit. Looking at it, one thing that I really like to do when I'm trading is I really like putting my take profit areas where I see two opposite candle bottom of the bodies when I'm talking about a short. So right above this pivot would have been a great spot, which is where it hit.
Order canceled.
And knocked me out.
Order submitted.
All right, here the bot takes another 5-minute red line on the NQ. It's almost like deja vu. It's pretty much right at the same level, very similar level that our previous trade was at. I kind of botched this trade up, which I guess in hindsight, well, I'm going to just be honest with you what I'm thinking about right now during this trade. I just had seen my previous 5-minute red line trade go to about $270, close to $300 in profit, and then it whipped right back out for my pretty much break even. And I'm telling myself at this point, I can't let this thing get down to $300 again for it to get wicked out. I need to take something home here today, especially with this market that we've been having here in December. So my hand is pretty much on the trigger for to close the position. And again, if the price action gets solidly in the $300 profit, I'm willing to close this position out. Does it prove to be a fatal mistake? Yes, somewhat. But that's a part of trading. So we're getting real close here. That's the push I was looking for.
Order canceled.
closed out that trade for 325 bucks, but watch what happens right now. Yep, that would have been full take profit for me. Okay, there you have it. Bot took 2 trades today. Both trades were in about $200 to $300 in profit. I did not capitalize on the first trade. Got into the second trade, which was pretty much at the exact same level on that 5-minute red line. And man, I had a take profit of probably $500, maybe $525 on there. And price action got down to that $300 level again. And what I was telling myself was, I can't have the same trade go snap right back at me and take me in for another break even. I got to put some money on the board. I got to put some money back into the account and into the challenge. But I will say one thing, and this is not me making an excuse for being a half-assed trader, but because, yeah, I mean, what I was really looking for was a push. When it got down to that 300 level, I was saying, okay, if we can break out, I'm willing to see this thing go to its take profit. And then you saw it. We kind of had a little push, and then it was snapping back up, and I said, I'm out. I bailed on it. 325 bucks I bagged on it. But fatal mistake, because about 4 seconds later, that thing goes to full take profit. And those hurt, because that extra $200 makes a huge difference. You know, I mean, that was still a 1 to 2, maybe a 1 to 3 risk to reward. So, I mean, nah, it was probably 1 to 2, if that. So, still a good trade. We are 2 trades. We had that 1 break-even trade. We had the second trade that you guys just saw there that took 325 bucks, minusing out commissions. P&L for the account was 316, and that leaves our account today at $4,608. So not so bad. I trust me, I'm actually happier inside. I just feel like shit right now. I thought when I had woken up that I was feeling a little better, but towards the end of the day here, something's definitely hitting me pretty good. Just a few things that I want to go over. I think oil, we know that our first trade here was a winner. We already recapped that one, 24 ticks. I actually, so this is a funny story on this. Well, not really funny, but we get an inside bar at 9:05. So we've got our orders 1 tick below, 1 tick above. This one's got an equal low, so it does not activate us. And this thing just kind of keeps going and going and going. And I'm in Discord, and I'm like, I gotta go. I actually have to go into to a meeting. And I unfortunately, well, not unfortunately, but fortunately did not get into this trade, which was kind of a crazy trade. I mean, look at the side action. Just complete sideways oil market here. In fact, one of the comments that I made is that we're probably going to get a pretty good push, because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bars that we're all inside and on a range. So my feeling was you're probably going to see a movement one way or the other. So we, moved up, came back down. Look at this thing. I mean, this thing came 2 ticks away from full take profit right there, and then just comes all the way down. So, that sucks. I'm sure, I haven't even looked at Discord yet, but I'm sure a lot of people got into this trade. I did not take that trade, so work saved me for once, I guess. And then let's take a look at, let's see. We already talked about gold. Gold was a winner this morning as well. 32 ticks. Beautiful trade. No trades today in the Rob reversal. We get a long setup here at 11:30, closes below the ADMA. We then get two here that are short signals, and both of them do not activate because they close above the ADMA. Keeps you out of both of those bad trades. I don't know what to tell you guys. It's a phenomenon. I don't know what it is, but this simple little strategy filters out some bad trades and filters in some good ones. So if you're curious about this strategy, it's the 15-minute Rob reversal NQ trade that's linked in my description below. The 3 trades that we trade here every morning are all down there if you wanna learn them. And then I'm gonna leave you guys with one last thing here in oil, and specifically this overnight open. So I believe right around here is where my second session oil activated. This is a 1-minute candle, so it's not going to be the same. But look at this thing. I mean, it just bounces off here. It bounces off here, comes back, and then just blows through there. Comes all the way back, and then, I mean, this thing is just hovering on this one overnight open almost all morning. Look at this. It's a powerful line on a chart. I know Bob says that a lot. It's the truth, man. If I see price action, you know, even here, I was like, this is going to hit the overnight open. Now, you can obviously get a rejection here. When we got this, I think it was, let me see, right here. No. Oh, right here. When we got this push here, and it closed above the overnight open, this is where we came about a tick or two from taking full take profit on my second session in oil trade. At this point, I'm thinking that price action is going to want to go north of the overnight open. So it wants to, at least that's what my thought is that it wants to go up, just because now we had that thrust upwards, and now you've got some decent movement. But again, the magnet just got it and sucked it right back in. So it's a powerful line. It's a powerful line. Listen, I'm green in the day. I took two of my strategies this morning. Both of them hit for me. I think it was up about $500 on that. Did not take my 835 NQ trade. No Rob reversal trade. And obviously made $325 on the bot. Hey, it's a good day. It was a good day, besides me feeling like shit right now. All right, hopefully I'm able to make a video tomorrow. If my voice, if I don't sound like a complete ass, I will, I'll do a video. And if not, join my Discord and trade with us in the mornings. If you guys are enjoying what I am putting out there, please consider liking the video, leave me a comment below, and subscribe to the channel. Thanks, everyone. See you tomorrow. Happy trading.